Hello, Cancers, and happy birthday to any of my Cancers that I have missed in the last week. But welcome to your July 2017 love reading. Okay, I'm going to do a past, present, and future spread for you guys. All right, I've already been shuffling the cards. I'm not going to spend too much time shuffling them on camera just because of the sound effects. Watching my previous videos, yeah, I see how the shuffling is kind of annoying as I'm trying to talk to you. So I'm going to do most of the shuffling from now on before I come on. I'll shuffle maybe once or twice, and then I'll get started with the reading sooner into the videos, okay? So I hope you guys are having a great summer so far. We're only in the first couple of weeks, but I've been waiting for it all year. I don't know about you. And I love Cancer season. I love Cancer season. I love Leo season. This is my favorite time of the year. And I'm a Pisces, so I'm not a cold weather person by any means. I love the warm weather. I love being able to get out in the nature and hello airplanes. I also live near an airport, so this is my reality a lot of the times. But it's beautiful outside and I have my window open. If the noise gets to be too much, I'll just have to close it and turn on the AC. So let's go ahead and get started with your readings, guys. All right. So, all right, the first card we have for your past position is upside down, and it's the Six of Wands. Okay, and I made a mistake in one of my videos. This deck calls them rods, but they're wands, and I sometimes get wands and pentacles. Like, I don't know what the correlation is that I get messed up, but those are wands. Okay, so it's the Six of Wands. And I'm not doing reversals, so here's the Chariot, and you got this last month, I believe, as well. And the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is your past position spread. Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the Four of Wands. All right, Cancer, so let's get started with the first card in your past position. And that is the Six of Wands, okay? So the Six of Wands, this is good news. That means success, some type of victory or a payoff of some sort, okay? It represents pride, honor. Um, in this deck, the card, it says it's winning at last, okay? So you went through some sort of conflict and you had a successful outcome. All right. It also indicates that you were having positive thoughts about your partner, or positive thoughts about your partner were flowing. Okay. It could be that this symbolized the end of a disagreement or the period of negativity. Okay. So in this card, you're coming away. In your past, you were coming out of a negative time period. And that's what this card represents. You going into a more positive direction. Okay, in the past position of reading, it indicates that you're thinking of good or positive experiences from your past or experiences from your relationship. Okay, so this card is telling you to focus on your future, but use those good memories from the past as a foundation, or those good examples, good good experiences from your past. Okay, use them as a foundation, but try not to spend too much time looking back. Okay, this card also warns against being a little bit too optimistic or also rushing into things. All right, and with that, we're going to move on to the Chariot. So the Chariot is a card of determination, okay, of success when faced with challenges. This card is telling you to just push through, okay? This card is the, look, I want it, I'm going to get it. The Chariot shows up and it says that things are moving forward, okay? Things are moving. It's telling you not to give up. So in the past position, you were unable to be stopped. Whatever it was that you wanted, you pushed for it and you got it, okay? That's what the Chariot is saying. And it also is a symbol of a relationship, moving a relationship along, and sometimes despite what's going on in the situation. So if the relationship is not good, you're still pushing forward. If the relationship is good, you're pushing forward. It doesn't matter what's going on. You're progressing things. Okay, you don't care what your partner is doing, who your partner is. You want this relationship to move forward. That's what this card can also indicate. Okay, so it can also represent some type of competition between you and your partner. So you want to be careful of that competition, kind of like senseless bickering, stuff like that. All right. And if there are issues in your relationship, you're going to need a lot of willpower to push past them. Okay. In this position, in the past position, is telling me that you, whatever success or whatever victories that you had in the past, those are helping to carry you now into the future. Okay, so once again, those good experiences are what's guiding you now into the future. All right, so when we get to the future cards, I mean the present. When we get to those cards, we'll see what's actually going on now. But as for your past, that's what this card is saying. That whatever happened back here is carrying you forward. So the Four of Wands now. And the Four of Wands is a card of represents happiness or happier times, okay? It represents harmony in a relationship. In the past position, it represents a peaceful and happy time between you and your partner. All right. There may have been a time where you guys became more serious. So if the Chariot was here, you pushed forward. You guys maybe have become engaged, or you have solidified your relationship in some way. You met each other's parents. You let the relationship be known to the public. But this card is saying basically that this was a good time. All right. It was an acknowledgement of maybe your feelings for each other. And it's basically the first steps that you guys took towards strengthening the bond to your relationship. Okay. So now let's go ahead and move on to the cards in your present position. All right. The first card in your present position, the Lovers. Okay, next card in the present position, the Six of Cups. And the last card in the present position is the Page of Swords. Okay, so the Lovers card is, everybody thinks it means lovers, not necessarily. It can also represent Gemini, but not always. That's just the zodiac symbol representation of this card. It's an airy card. So this card represents balance, duality, harmony, love, and affection at its highest level. Okay, you may be feeling very, very loved right now. All right. This card can also represent choices. So if you have more than one lover, that's when this card shows up. So it may be time for you to make a choice between two lovers. Who knows? All right, and if that's not you and you're in a committed relationship, this just indicates that the two of you have been brought together by the universe, by destiny, to form this bond, to learn something from each other. All right, so when you see the Lovers card, that means that this is almost like a karmic tie, and good or bad, this card is going to teach you something. Okay, your partner, you're going to learn something from being with your partner. But as far as positivity, it's telling me that the chemistry between you and this person and your compatibility are very, very high. Okay, you understand each other and your relationship is growing. All right, so now let's move on to the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups kind of represents a card of nostalgia, um, a, thinking back to happier times, or like it's an idealistic card, your ideal of love. Okay, so this card symbolizes a need to focus your energies in a more simplistic way. All right, it could indicate that you or your partner are behaving maybe in an immature manner as far as it comes to the relationship. All right, so what it's basically happening is maybe the honeymoon phase is over, and so it's time to use the good experiences once again from your past to now build on the foundation of your relationship. All right, so when the honeymoon phase is over, you have to wake up and you have to see who this person is that you are with, and you know see them for who they are. All right, not thinking back to how things used to be, how fun it was when you guys first met, or how in love you guys were when you first met. Those feelings are still there for each other, but instead of looking back, try to reconnect to your partner right now in the present. Okay? And now we're moving on to the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords represents like aggression, okay, arrogance, can sometimes represent trying too hard. And it's also a page, so this is more of a temporary energy, okay? So this card is saying that things are moving in a positive direction, But because the Page of Swords comes after the Ten of Swords, you can be still shell-shocked from the Ten of Swords. So if you've had a bad patch of relationship issues, you might be hesitant to trust that things are positive, even though they are. If you've come from a bad relationship, that means in your current relationship, you're kind of having a hard time believing how good things are. That's what this card can also be saying. But it's offering you a clean slate. All right, the Page of Swords is offering you the opportunity to move forward. Okay, the Ten of Swords was the absolute bottom as far as this suit is concerned. Okay, so now you've moved past rock bottom, and this is the first step away from rock bottom. So if you're in a relationship now and things are going well, don't try, don't think of things that happened in the past and bring them into the present. All right, if you had an abusive partner in the past, don't think that your partner now is going to abuse you. If you had a partner that cheated on you in the past, don't hold your partner now don't hold your partner now accountable for things that your partner in the past did to you. All right, and that's what they see your partner for who they are. Don't think back to the past. Stop thinking back to the past, nostalgia. Okay, deal with who you have now, because your actions have an effect on your partner. Okay, so even though things are good, if you're constantly being paranoid or constantly not being trustful or being distrustful, eventually that's going to wear on your partner. Okay, there's not in the universe there's just abundance of first starts. You see what I'm saying? So if you are behaving immaturely in this relationship, which this card also signifies, if that's you, then this is a card that's saying, look, clear that out. Clear out all the negative energy from the past so that you and your partner can move forward in a positive manner. All right? So let's see what we have going on in the future position. Okay, so the first card we have in the future position